Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to Wrestle Rock with Rick Connor.
What the F was that entire freaking promo about?
Mark Hallbacher.
She's like the James Ellsworth of women.
And Cory Castle.
I look like Paul London and Brian Kendrick mixed.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Wrestle Rock. Mark Hallbacher cannot be with us tonight. He has work. But unfortunately, it's just me and Cory tonight. So Unfortunately, it's just me and Cory. If you're one of those people that just tunes in to see Mark Hallbacher, thanks for the view. Thanks for the listen. But
if you're only tuning in for Mark Hallbacher, see you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you next time, folks. Let's take it out like we always do with Mr. Nick Clark. Yeah, man. Mark couldn't be here tonight, but he'll be back next week, and we'll get all this started. We have a lot to talk about this week.
A lot.
There's so much going on. I'd say that we are in the middle of a ratings war.
Yeah, something like that.
I'd say it's official. I mean, it's only been 2 weeks in a row as of this recording that AEW has beaten Raw in the ratings, but it's definitely spiked some big changes in WWE. For one thing, we have a new WWE Champion, Big E.
For one thing,
Big E is WWE Champion. Can you believe that?
That's crazy. It's awesome. I mean, good for him. I think it's kind of overdue. Like he should have won it like right when Brock beat Kofi. I think Big E should have just beat Brock right then.
Yeah.
But whatever. Armchair expert.
I mean, you know, we've all been wanting it for a long time. We've all said since before Kofi won the championship that Big E should be next in line. We've been pushing for this for a while because the guy's got championship material, man. Mm-hmm. He's one of those big dudes that could definitely hold that championship, and I think he proved that last night on Raw.
Well, it's weird to me is, man, I hate the draft season. I hate the crossover. I hate both champions being on the same show. I just hate that there's two champions already anyway. But then when they're all in the same match, it's like Monday Night Raw. Like the first match on the show was the Usos and Roman Reigns against the New Day. That felt like such a throwaway BS match that it was like.
You didn't like it?
I mean, it definitely would have been like a main event. Like for the fact that it was like thrown away in the beginning of Raw, I didn't like it. But and also the fact that Rick Roman worked twice on Raw. He's the Universal Champion on SmackDown, and he worked twice on Raw. It's just like, how is anyone ever going to keep track of it? If the ratings are so low, they got to assume that most people who are watching it haven't been watching it. So like, what? I don't know. What is this? Like, maybe I'm just being critical for no reason.
I mean, I'm liking it. I think that they're definitely building to something. You saw Big E show up on SmackDown, which made sense because he was on SmackDown until he won the heavyweight championship. Mm-hmm. And that's how this whole took place. This wasn't something that was just thrown together for. I mean, I'm sure it was thrown together for ratings, but it was definitely, there was a weak build to it, but there was still a build. And I thought they did it really well. I thought the match was really good. I thought they did a great job with Lashley bringing him down and just having him dominate, because it's not like he lost his balls after he lost the title. So he came down and he made something of himself, and it set up a great main event. That main event was just awesome. The three, get some big meat in there. Get some meat slapping together.
Some choice beef.
Yes, great.
Beat the meat.
Yeah, man. Big E and Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns all clashing in the main event. I thought that was really good. That could have been the main event of a pay-per-view, I thought. And I thought it was really good, and I was enjoying it. Raw, all of Raw I thought was really good.
So isn't the Survivor Series supposed to be? Isn't Survivor Series supposed to be Roman versus Big E. Is that the way they're doing that?
It could be. I don't know.
All right.
As of right now, yes. I would say yes.
Going back to Raw, I'm a little weirded out by the fact that they're like blowing off all this stuff. I guess it's for ratings and stuff. Like seeing Shayna Baszler versus Nia Jax after they've been building it for a while just to be a match on Raw, a match on Raw is what I almost tried to say. But after it being just a match on Raw, it's like, okay, they're definitely building towards something else. So as I'm first starting to watch it, I'm like, oh, they're blowing this off already. They're just giving it away to us free. But then they extended it by having what's her name's arm get all messed, and her crying and stuff. And then like you saw Shayna selling it. Like it's an interesting way. Like a different choice to make. Shayna selling it like, oh darn it, what did I do? That was my friend. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh gosh. I didn't mean to hurt her, except for I did mean to hurt her. Except.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was good. You know how I feel about Nia Jax, and this is definitely building to something. I don't know if it's building to a big feud, if it's building to a Nia Jax face turn, or if it's just. Building for a big push for Shayna Baszler,
which is fine. She's great.
Yeah. Any of those, I'm for. I'm great for all. I'm grateful for all of those. And Lily, the whole thing with
the doll getting ripped apart by Charlotte.
I thought that was good. I honestly that it felt real. It made me want to watch Extreme Rules. So I'm all for it, man. I think that they're starting to wake up and realize, hey, we actually have to pay attention to what we're putting out on a product instead of just creating content.
Have you been watching AEW at all?
Very little. I've been catching results and clips. But from where I'm here, they're doing very good, and they're building up new stars as well as really pushing the stars they just got. Mm-hmm. Yeah. From what I've heard. And they're going to be giving away a lot of matches for free, from what I'm hearing. Kenny Omega and Bryan Danielson, that's going to be happening. Adam Cole's going to be making his debut pretty soon.
Oh, he just did.
Was that this past week that happened?
He wrestled Frankie, yeah.
There you go.
It was a decent match, dude. It looked like a match that... It looked like a match that they were both trying to win, which was aggressive, like wrestlers who are wrestlers wrestling.
Nice.
That should be the title of every episode.
There you go. Yeah, so I'm glad. I'm happy that all this is happening. And I hope both shows continue to do well. Mm-hmm. Both companies, I should say, continue to do well. WWE is finally. I hope that this is a long trend of WWE actually paying attention to Raw and trying to make it good.
I think next week they're trying to do CM Punk versus Powerhouse Hobbs. So that'll be something.
Dang.
I'd be wanting to see. I mean, Hobbs put Punk through the table on Dynamite like last week or something, like the announcers table. So could be neat. Could be neat.
I'm for it. I'm all for it.
Yeah, I mean. I'm psyched to see Daniel Bryan make his in-ring debut at AEW. I think that that's going to be something like a breath of fresh air, a fresher breath of air.
Mm-hmm. His name is Bryan Danielson, sir.
Didn't I say that?
No, you said Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryanson.
I'm going to have to
cease and desist. Cease and desist.
We're getting demonetized for that.
Demonetized for that. Copyright.
Yeah, I actually have to you'll hear me try and say it, and I have to slow down before I actually say Bryan Danielson. I have to think about it in my head first, but at least I'm getting there.
They have to change the affirmative yes chant to all right, all right, all right, all right. WWE is gonna put a suit against them.
Yeah. So we were talking about CM Punk a little bit. Did you hear that Fox was trying to get involved to get CM Punk onto SmackDown?
Like now that he's already
no,
I was like,
what?
Now that he's already signed to AEW, they're just trying to meddle.
No. They were offering to bring Punk in and basically pay his salary. Pretty much whatever he wanted, they were going to foot the bill for him to come to SmackDown. And somebody holding the pens in WWE said no. What do you think about that?
I think he's better off. He's way better off. Not.
Oh, Punk, sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what do you think about WWE doing that?
Oh, they probably said no. You know, when people were like, break up with him before he dumps me, that Missy Elliott song, like they were like, oh, he'll probably say no. So let's say no first so that we look like we've got the power.
Jeez. The conspiracy theories with Cory Castle.
And I quoted Missy Elliott.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think that it wasn't until CM Punk got there that WWE, because Vince McMahon even came out and said he didn't see AEW as competition.
Well, he won't.
Before.
His pride is too huge. His
ego
ego is too big. He's gonna act like anybody whose competition is not competition to him.
Yeah.
I mean, to acknowledge that their competition would only give them an advantage.
Yeah.
So for him to say that they're not makes their own the morale in the company like stay at what it's at, even though what it's at isn't good. Probably.
No.
Probably.
I'm assuming not, man. There's been a lot of rumors about a lot of people whose contracts are about to come up, about to expire, that are thinking about jumping ship. We're talking about jumping ship again in 2021. Do you believe this?
Yeah.
It's that time, man. We got the ratings wars back, definitely. We talked before about Kevin Owens' contract expiring in January and not knowing what he's going to do. Both Sami Zayn and Johnny Gargano, their contracts expire before the end of the year. What do you think? What do you think they do?
Well, I could see NXT putting they just put their title on Tommaso Ciampa. So I could see them then like having Johnny get involved with that somehow. So if they do, he'll probably re-sign with WWE, most likely. I mean, in my logical brain, in the 2 seconds I'm only hearing about this for the first time, that's just my like knee-jerk reaction. But who else were you talking about? Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn. I mean, what more can he do in WWE? Like I'd say Sami Zayn for WWE is like 2001 Christian, like where it's like he's done as much as he can do here, and then 2006 he went to Impact, became their heavyweight champion, and then came back to WWE and became the world champion. So I'd say like Sami Zayn's probably equivalent to what Christian's WWE run was back in the day. So if he left and went to AEW and made something for himself, I could see him being like up there with Kenny Omega and seeing him up there doing matches with CM Punk and Darby Allin and all the main stars in AEW could gel well with Sami Zayn. And I was gonna mention when it came, and I'll even say this. I was gonna save it, but I'll say it anyway. When it came to like who won wrestling for me, it was just that match that he had with Dominic. Those two, that match won wrestling for me. Like that was an amazing match. Those guys did a great job. I think Dominic is gonna be really good. We just have to wait a little while. But it's just gonna take a little bit of time. You know how experience is the best teacher. So you're gonna see as he becomes more and more experienced, he's gonna get better and better.
Yeah. It looks like they're already trying to split them up too.
Yeah, well, him and Ray. Yeah.
It's like, didn't he just get here?
Like they already gave him his own music that's like so close to Rey Mysterio's music.
Yeah.
It's like Booyaka. We just changed the way we say Booyaka.
It's the Vanilla Ice thing. It's like no. Their song goes dun 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 dun. My song goes dun 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 dun.
See, there's just that little change.
Completely different. Like your wavy hair. Yeah, man. So I don't know what they're gonna do with them. I'm not really for a Mysterio split. I feel it's way too early for that.
Yeah, they don't need that.
No. No.
They need.
I don't think Dominic's anything. It's not that Dominic's bad, but I don't think he's anything without Rey right now.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think he's established enough as an individual. He's just kind of Rey Mysterio's son.
Well, I could see them doing like a thing that Charlotte was doing with Ric Flair, where she's like, "I don't want to live in your shadow no more. Just stay in the back." Like I could see them doing that, but I don't see that being a feud. I see that being him being kind of a heel and getting it wrong, and Rey being like, "All right, I'll just watch you f up, dude. Go ahead, but
go ahead and do what you got to do."
Yeah, right. live your life, boo. XOXO.
Getting back to Sami Zayn, can you see him being El Generico in AEW? No.
Nah, I mean it would be a waste. It'd be a waste. I mean, at this point. Because everybody knows his face and he's got all the hair and stuff now. It's like, don't put a mask over all that.
He's too good looking, dang it. You don't mask up good looking people.
I mean, it would have made sense if he still had no hair. Put the mask on him, whatever. But now he grew his hair out and he's got that big, cool beard. Don't put a mask on him.
Why not? I say why not. It's a company where there's a guy walking around dressed as a dinosaur. And that's over as hell. I'm going to say that Sami Zayn would probably be even more over as El Generico.
It'd be funny if they gave him his own like in-ring show, like the Kevin Owens show, or like the Piper's Pit, but have it be like Talk is Generico.
Nice.
Talk is Generico, baby.
Oh goodness. Let's talk politics a little bit. We got a little bit of politicking to do here.
All right. If you say so.
Andrew Yang. Do you know this name?
Yeah, here's the one that that Shane Gillis made fun of and got fired from SNL. He was the politician who... Okay, anyway, sorry, go ahead. What about him?
Okay, you have a completely different story than I do. But back during the United States election... Andrew Yang came out and said that if Biden wins, he is going to kind of lead this crusade against WWE and Vince McMahon. saying
this health insurance unions.
Health insurance, yeah. Have wrestlers not be labeled as independent contractors anymore and get them health insurance and things like that. And then Biden won. Nobody heard a word from him. But now we have. Now he's finally speaking up. Let's see. American politician and entrepreneur Andrew Yang says he has been in contact with the U.S. Department of Labor regarding his objections to World Wrestling Entertainment classifying its wrestlers as independent contractors. Here's the tweet here. Had a call with the Department of Labor. If you are a current or former WWE performer who feels you are misclassified as an independent contractor, contact labor lawyer Lucas Middlebrook and let's get you what WWE Chairman CEO Vince McMahon owes you. Been a long time coming, but this storyline is real.
What's your opinion on this?
That makes me think that this storyline is fake. Just the fact that he came out and said that, and then he followed it up and he tagged Bo Dallas and he said, "All you have to do is believe."
It's like
it feels like this guy's a mark. Like he's just
like when you see an ad and it pops up and there's letters on it that say "not a scam." It's like, yeah, this is clearly a scam. No one who isn't a scam doesn't say "not a scam" on it.
Yeah,
like, we're calling you about your car's extended warranty.
Yeah,
shut up.
So as soon as I get a voicemail that says I have very important information about your student loans. First of all, I don't have any student loans, so no, you don't. And secondly, I'm hanging up on you and deleting and blocking this number. So yeah, it feels a little bit like that. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah,
I don't see any wrestlers reaching out to them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't see any wrestlers lawyering up about this.
I feel like most people would probably be very afraid to be blackballed and not have a job.
Exactly.
I don't think that the current rosters would stand up for that right.
No. Even if you're released, because as far as I know, AEW and Impact are doing the exact same thing. He's just kind of targeting WWE about it. But it's not the worst idea. It's just the fact that what do you do after that? I mean, even if you somehow get paid from Vince McMahon, if there's some kind of like there's not going to be a settlement in any way on this thing. It's going to be it's going to be the way that it is forever. I don't see it changing at all. And if anyone's going to change it, it's going to be Tony Khan, and that's not going to have to do with WWE. It's just going to be something that he offers that WWE doesn't. Which like towards the beginning of AEW's announcement that they were going to be a thing, they did mention healthcare for everybody. They did mention making everybody employees and not independent contractors. And it's already been 2 years. It's been 2 years where they're doing the independent contractor thing because they were like, oh wait, never mind. We can't fiscally do that. I'm sorry. How much? I just meant we were going to pay you guys a lot, and then you can get your own health insurance. Yeah, but. I hope it works out. If you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one.
You remember those old commercials for I think it was for AT&T when they were talking about like unlimited data, and then the person would be like, "No, you misread that. It said limited. It's limited data."
Limited.
It's the same sort of thing all over again, but for health insurance. We're going to have unlimited health insurance.
Oh, my goodness. But, so there's that, man. Hopefully that works out. You brought up Tony Khan. Speaking of Tony Khan, things that WWE isn't doing, there's going to be an Owen Hart Memorial Tournament in AEW. What do you think about this? I feel like the internet is kind of divided on this. What are your thoughts?
I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. I mean, they already had Bret Hart come in and give announce the title. Like it makes it doesn't have to be WWE exclusive. Owen Hart isn't only WWE. Owen Hart is to pro wrestling very sacred. And WWE, like Martha Hart's not gonna allow WWE to do it, so might as well let AEW do it. You understand? Like when the Dark Side of the Ring episode came out with Jericho and Martha Hart and all that stuff, that was all AEW, like putting all that work in and putting that together and really releasing her side of the story. Which I mean. It's giving her a platform that she wouldn't otherwise get. So let it be an Owen Hart tournament because it says more about in-ring work than it does about controversy or it does about. It's he has it's serving the fund that they have set up for him.
The Owen Hart
it's all
fund,
for charity. Why would anyone have a problem with charity?
Yeah. I agree. It's the internet people going, oh, if they're doing it, they should do it in WWE. And Martha Hart needs to get over herself. No, she doesn't. She doesn't owe you anything at all, Mister or Miss. She's still a grieving widow. You're really going to argue with a grieving widow about this? Like that's insane. It's.
Can you talk about it as Jesse Ventura?
I don't know. I don't want to.
The thing about Owen Hart.
Or you think? No. I can't make light of it. I can't. It's too weird.
All right. Well,
the thing about Owen Hart's death. No, I can't do that.
We'll do that. We'll do that later on when it's not a hot button topic. I mean, it's already been it's already been 24 years. Let's wait another 24 and see if the joke will be fine.
The thing about all those people that died in the War of 1812. You see what happens there. No. Here's a question: who wins this tournament? And does it matter? Should this be like a workhorse tournament, or should this be, somebody that, a friend of the family type of thing. Maybe David Hart Smith comes in, something like that. What do you think? Is Ode wrestling now?
Who?
Owen Hart, Owen Hart's kid.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I mean, who do you think should win it if that's the case?
If they're going, Brian Pillman Jr. is right there. Mm-hmm. That's always a possibility. Or if you're going, this could be an opportunity to build somebody up.
Well, like maybe Hangman Adam Page or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't. I mean, I think whoever wins it, if it's something like Brian Pillman or something, it'll be like, oh yeah, that was a foregone conclusion that he was winning. So you got to make it something that's not as obvious.
Yeah.
But, so maybe like Ricky Starks or something.
Yeah, it could be Ricky Starks. I could totally see that happening. Could be Jungle Boy.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that I would like to see.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. That's the Owen Hart tournament for you right there. I don't know when this starts. I don't have any information on it. But that's something that I would like to see. I'd like to see that happen. It would be great if it was on its own pay-per-view, but they're probably going to do the split it up on television over several weeks of television type of thing.
There's a good chance they'll probably do that.
All wrestling seems to like to do.
Well, I mean, that's what they're doing with they're calling this Dynamite Grand Slam. They're doing like Dynamite continuing over into Rampage for this next week of television. So it will be all just one taping that they'll carry over into Friday night. And they'll do the Friday Night Dynamite, I believe. I believe that might be what they're doing. In the Grand Slam, that's probably where Bryan Danielson... Listen to me, a news source saying probably. That seems very opinion-based. but I think they're doing the Daniel Bryan, Kenny Omega on that.
Oh, okay.
And the CM Punk Hobbs on that as well.
Very nice.
So, we'll see how that goes.
We'll have to wait.
It'll probably be a test run for whatever they decide to do for the Owen Hart tournament thing. You know what they should do? Not they. I don't want to say they, but it would be cool to see. There's no shoulds. I'm not going to should all over anybody, but it would be cool to see everybody. Like, did you watch like CM Punk was wearing that Bret Hart shirt, the Roots of Fight shirt, the Bret Hart shirt. Those shirts are like. They make them for, like, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Andre the Giant. Now they have one for Bret Hart. They should have one for Owen as well.
Yeah. Yes, they should.
That'd be neat. They have ones for Bruce Lee, and Rey Mysterio has one now. I mean, booyaka, booyaka.
That'd be cool. If I had that kind of artistic talent, I'd make one myself. I would like to see that. Owen Hart, and if anyone deserves one, I think it should, definitely be an Owen Hart.
Hey, this is the call out to Roots of Fight.
Yeah.
Release an Owen Hart line of clothes.
Yeah.
All right. You got a Bret Hart one. Hey, Bret Hart, rally for your brother to get some Roots of Fight shit.
Yeah. I'll totally wear that.
Yeah.
I think, have come to that point in the show where we pick one person who shines brighter than any star in all of wrestling, and we do that with a segment called Who Wins Wrestling? Who wins wrestling? Blah, 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 blah.
That was cool.
Yeah, we got a new for those of you just listening to the podcast, we got a new graphic for that to pop up. I just made it like 5 minutes before the show started.
Well, good job.
Thanks. I might try and do something different later with After Effects, but who knows? I'm not going to tease you with anything. So who do you think wins wrestling, Mr. Cory Castle? Go ahead. You've said it already, but say it again.
Sami Zayn and Dominic Mysterio. I think they had the match of the week. Honestly, like I said, Dominic Mysterio is going to be something really good when he eventually gets the seasoning that he needs, and he's improving every single time. So I'm excited to see where he goes from here. But Sami Zayn looked amazing in the match, and it was a cool tease. The cool tease was like when he was going up to the top rope, and Rey was like, oh, "Hurry up, go faster, go faster!" And then he went up and he did the splash, and Sami got the knees up and pinned him straight like that. That was all right. I mean, that wins as like what I thought was the best match.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I thought that was very cool. I'm glad to see Sami Zayn getting that spot instead of just sitting around like he usually does, doing nothing backstage. But yeah, definitely. I thought that was very cool. For me, it's got to be Big E, man. Like, gosh, like 12 years he's been there, and never. I don't think he's ever even had a championship title shot, other than just like a random battle royal or something like that for a number one contendership or something along those lines. But Money in the Bank winner, and now he's WWE champion. He was popping hardcore. What's that?
He was Intercontinental Champion. He was WWE Tag Team Champion. He was NXT champion. Yeah. He's long overdue.
Decorated.
Yeah.
He's been decorated. But I was popping so hard. That music hit after Lashley's match, and Lashley was hurt, and I'm like, oh man, it's going down. Like, this is it. Like, there's almost no way out of this. And it was a decent match, too. I mean, it was only like a couple of minutes long because Lashley he just had a match. But there was peaks and valleys in it, and there was ups and downs. I didn't know who was going to win at one point, and then Big E hit it. And I'm hearing that it was changed at the last minute, like it was always going to happen, but they moved it up. Like I think it was going to happen after like Royal Rumble, around the Royal Rumble time or something along those lines. Mm-hmm. And they moved it up, presumably because of all the AEW stars that they just acquired. And I'm glad that they did, because it's like you said, it was long overdue. So glad they did it now.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be about it, I think. Yeah, is there anything else that you can think of that happened this week that I'm missing? No.
I mean, I was just watching Rampage from this past week, but you haven't watched it. But I know they just did a build towards Ruby Riott or Ruby Soho taking off Britt Baker for the AEW women's title. That's kind of good for them, and I think.
Oh sure.
I mean, I really like Ruby a lot, so it'd be cool to see if they give her the women's belt just her first time she's going for it, but straight through the door, no win-loss record. She's just getting the title. But I mean, what if they did that with Daniel Bryan too? I mean Bryan Danielson. Sorry, don't demonetize.
Now you ruined it. You ruined it. All right.
And they had the Fuego del Sol kid. They had him. They just had him. Like, I guess they're doing this like storyline where he just earned himself a contract and he bought like a used car, and he put his used car on the line against Miro for his TNT title. I didn't finish watching the match, but like it was the main event of Rampage, so I'm about to finish watching that. But
title versus car.
My guess, he loses his car.
Okay. I guess they can't all be winners. At least they're trying stuff, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. But
it feels it feels pretty WCW.
Yeah, it's very WCW.
Mm-hmm. And there should be a Fire Russo chant after that.
Right. Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't put it up on a pole or something.
Car keys.
Yeah, car keys on a pole match. Gosh. But yeah, that'll be about it for this episode of Rassle Rock. Thank you very much for joining us. Please be sure to like and comment and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying what you're seeing on YouTube. Subscribe to us on iTunes or wherever you're listening to the podcast currently. It helps us out a great deal. Check out WrestleRock.com for all your Rassle Rock needs. The audio, the video, the shop, the exclusive videos, interviews of people like Eddie Valentine and Jerry the King Lawler and a whole bunch of others. And yeah, man, thank you very much for joining us. Corey, do you have anything before we get out of here?
Like I always say, if you enjoy the program, if you're listening and you like the program, if you're watching it on YouTube, go ahead and comment below. Follow me on YouTube, youtube.com/Cory Rassle. That's my podcast is on there, Evolving with Cory Rassle. I got 254 episodes up there, and I just made the move over to Anchor, so anchor.com/EWCK and anchor.fm, I'm sorry, /EWCK. So check out my podcast.
Now I'm all confused. What is that one more time?
Anchor, ANCHOR.FM/EWCK.
There we go.
And check out my podcast. I've been having I had a little bit of a break, but I've had some cool guests that have appeared on the podcast. You can check them out. New episodes drop every Monday at noon Eastern on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And follow me on the Twitter and the Instagrams at Cory Rassle, CORYKASTLE, as it's spelled right here if you're watching the video. Yes. And check out Rassle Bell Rock videos. We're gonna start doing those as soon as the holiday season approaches. And go to WrestleRock.com and buy some merch, because who's got a problem with charity? Who's got a problem with charity? You're a monster if you do. Go buy a shirt.
Yeah, Rassle Battle Rock will be starting again soon. Follow us on Twitter. I'm at Rick_Matters, at Cory Rassle, at Rassle_Rock, at Call Barker Mark. We're all here. We're all totally willing to talk to you because we have nothing else going on.
Leave us a comment below.
Yeah,
like and subscribe. Tell all your friends, and if we made you chuckle, let us know about it. If you hated us, let us know about it too. We care.
Definitely. That about do it for this episode of Rassle Rock. I'm Rick Connor.
I'm Cory Rassle.
And let's take it out like we always do with Mr. Nick Burke.
It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Join us again for another episode of Rassle Rock. This has been Jay Davis speaking.